Hey, I'm back. So now my battery went dead and it shut me down. So I'm going to go right back where I was. Okay, so here are the fruit trees that I brought in this year for trial to see if how they would do. I bought them bare root, which was really interesting. I didn't even know trees could come this way. But they were bare root. We potted them up, put root stem on. Oh, there's my little hummingbird. Buddy, what are you looking for in the trees? So, yeah, they turned out really well. I think I only had one that flopped. I have another one there that kind of flopped, but it got a lot of like sucker growth coming off of it. So we're going to see. But we have apple and plum. And with the plum, the two outside rows are plum. Apparently, you have to have male and female for them. So when you buy one, you need to buy the other in order to have the fruit. And then in the middle are your apples trees. A lot of the potted plants I have in the front here are ornamentals from splitting some of the stuff that I have. But I also have, and I can't get in there because of the sprinkler, I have some native yarrow that I use and dry. There's some black raspberry, some violas. There's some English ivy, hedera, which I cannot sell because it is considered an invasive. But I had somebody that I dug for that they came with, and I can't throw anything away. So I might end up planting it here. These are a bunch of little elderberry babies I potted up. There's some of the sumac that I was talking about that has the red plumes that people, I guess, want to buy. There's a little walnut and a little curly willow. So you can see I'm just experimenting with a lot of stuff to see how it goes. This is that Carex pennsylvanica, but this is what it looks like when it's in full sun. It gets not so soft and floppy. It's more turgid, so it's standing up, and it has kind of a thicker leaf, so it's interesting. Oh, and these are currants, which are interesting taste. I decided they taste like Christmas. Yeah, they taste like an evergreen almost. It's very interesting. I gotta move my water hose over. We got some rhubarb there and some asparagus. Let me get sprinkled. Cat, we have a free cat. Iris, oh, here's some wild ginger root that I tried potting up. It's doing okay. We potted really late this year, so I think that's part of the issue. Tons of hostas, and I have multiple different kinds, and some of them probably even could be split some more. At least 2 different kinds of daylilies. Hemerose. Here's 4-inch pots again of the that need water. Carex pennsylvanica. They're in the shade more, so they're a little more floppy. I got some strawberry plants back there. I got some great blue lobelias. Look like they're getting ready to think about blooming. There's some galinias, and there's one ghost fern, and he looks like he needs a drink. I had a guy trade me, so these are water iris, and I'm not sure what color. I thought he said they were yellow because I already have purple. Back here is another bed. This is a mix of the Schwartzii Matusia and starts that I've gotten from roots. So I can almost tell looking at them which ones are which, but the ones that have just less leaves, more upright, came from runners from ones that we dug elsewhere. There's a few royal fern there in the bottom in the wet area. There's some stackies, lamb's ear, it's really soft. Lady fern in a pot. We're trying some lily of the valley because there's supposed to be some native ones, and these are supposed to be it. So I want to compare them with mine to see what mine are. We have Christmas fern, we have cinnamon fern, we have wood fern, we have false Solomon seal, which is these little guys right here. They're just like a miniature of the King Solomon seal. There's some red raspberry. There's a white bleeding heart thrown in there for good measure. Oh, there's some golden poppy over there. And some more of the Rogersia that I had planted out in the bluegrass. So this is where I'm at every day, trying to keep up with weeds and studying the growth, soil types, moving stuff around, trying to figure out what's going to work. Here's some nice maidenhair fern. These are real popular. They're not popular with me. They're really hard to store as far as I'm concerned. They don't store well. These are marybells. They look a lot, the foliage to me looks a lot like the false Solomon seal. But they do kind of zigzag. So that's kind of one of the things I look for. And they have a really pretty flower that's early spring. I know it looks like a mess, but really there are things here. This is my sharp-lobed hepatica. So you remember my round lobe? This is my sharp-lobed, and it has, the indentations are much deeper and has a point on the, on the point of each lobe. So those are pretty popular. I sell a lot of those. And this bed looks like nothing right now, but this is my Virginia bluebells, and in the early spring it is magnificent. So this is it. This is my little jungle. So my little heaven on earth. Thanks for joining on the tour, Laura. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, the little trees back there, apple trees. I have to show you my one apple before I go because I'm so proud of my, I mean, it's ridiculous. I have one apple, but I've had this tree since we moved here, 2011. First time I got an apple. So I think it likes it down here. And here's my lemon balm. And I need to mow. It smells fantastic. All right. Thanks again for coming.